Alright guys, yep, of course, it's Thanksgiving, and we've got the Week 12 NFL Sunday preview. Again, let's get into it. I think we have 11 games today. Yeah, let's go. Here we go. Yeah, again, NFL Sunday preview for Week 12. Yeah, 11 games to go through. Let's go. Yeah. Of course, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy the Week 12 NFL Sunday preview. Obviously, we have 10 games again in the on the windows to go through, and then obviously the Sunday nighter as well. Again, we look at the pregame shows. NFL Game Day morning started an hour ago on NFL Network, so you can watch the end of that. And then obviously that other pregame show starts at 8 on CBS Sports Network. So again, last 2 hours of that. Sunday NFL Countdown starts right now on ESPN. Then the fantasy pregames take up at 11 o'clock. Fox and Sunday, Fox and kickoff are at 11 and 12 o'clock. Again, Fox's lineup is trash this week, I'll just be honest there. Then the NFL today, leading up to a big doubleheader, is at noon on CBS. The standings in the NFL, of course, the Dolphins were able to win on Black Friday football 2 days ago. So, again, they are now 8-3. Bills, they got, again, a huge game. Jets, they're doing the thing. Patriots, again, they got a big game as well. AFC West is kind of chaos, except the Chiefs, again, we'll see if they're on lockdown. They're playing the Raiders in a big game this week. Ravens, again, they're still, even if they win today, tonight, they'll actually still be in for number 1 seed in the AFC, so that'll be pretty interesting there. Jags, Texans, of course, play for first place, and then the Colts and Titans are chilling. In the NFC, the Eagles, they got a big game. Cowboys, of course, already played. Commanders are basically tanking. Giants, they got it. Oh, dang. We'll get to that game later, too. Niners 8-3. Seahawks 6-5. They're doing their thing. Rams are 4-6. Cardinals again. Of course, this was one NFC divisional matchup. There'll be another one. NFC West divisional matchup, and then NFC North. But most of the teams have played. Obviously, the Bears and Vikings will play. We'll get to the Monday night preview tomorrow. Then the AFC South again. Pretty big factors going into that. And with that, one of the factors again is this Bucs team. Let's get into that game. Yep, here we go. Bucs and Colts. And first up, we've got a game between two teams that obviously in both are separate conferences. We do have an interleague matchup in both South divisions. Of course, the Bucs come in at 4-6 off a blowout loss. I mean, not really, but they did get lose pretty bad. The Niners, of course, were a much better team than them. They, of course, fell to 4-6, and they've now lost 6 out of the last 8 after, no, actually 5 out of the last 6 after that, what is called 3-1 start. On the other side, the Colts come in at 5-5. Of course, winners of back-to-back games. They return home to where we'll see what happens. Of course, before their bye week, they played 2 road games. Of course, one in Germany where they did win ugly, and then of course Kenny Moore 2 pick sixes. That earned them a win over the worst team in the league in the Carolina Panthers. But this game will definitely be a lot harder for sure. Again, the Bucs are a good team, are a decent team, but see how it goes. Obviously, the Bucs won it. They actually could sneak into first place in the South if. No, I don't even know if they could. Because I think the Falcons would have the head-to-head there. But the game's at 1 o'clock on CBS, Animal Plus, and Paramount Plus are streaming services for this game. Again, it's one of 6 games in the 1 o'clock window. Announcing this game will be, let me get to it. Spirit is Adam Archuleta and Amanda Renner. So it is a C game, but it's not a bad game. Chris Carlin and Mike Tannenbaum will be doing some stuff on ESPN Radio as well for this thing. The what is called, when you look at the map, it is in green. You've got actually not even really any of the countries yet in this game. You've got mostly Indy, and then again the southern part of Florida. That's the only really small part. That's kind of weird. A really small part of the country getting this game. But that's again last time these two teams played was back actually in 2019. No, they played in 2021 in Indy, and the Bucs won 30-31, of course, behind Tom Brady. 30-31 was a thriller of a game. Leonard Fournette had 4 touchdowns in a monster day, so it wasn't Tom Brady. But yeah, we'll see how the Colts, I guess, can get revenge, because again, that was a pretty crazy game. But yeah, it was also Week 12, so we'll see how this one goes. That's really interesting, though. Again, Week 12, 2021, if the Colts actually won that game in hindsight, they actually would have made the playoffs, so that's kind of crazy. Now let's get the Bucs starting lineup. And for the Bucs, Baker quarterback, Kyle Trask is his backup. Rashad White is questionable in the backfield, so Chase Edmonds will probably get a bulk of the carries if he cannot play. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Trey Palmer are the receivers with Russell Gage and Rasheem Jarrett. Again, he actually made a cool catch last week. So both those guys are receiver on IR as well as the center, Ryan Jensen. And looking at the crossing of a tight end, you do have Cade Otton. Receiver, offensive line-wise, Tristan Wirfs, Matt Filer, Robert Andy, Cody Mount, Luke Gedeke. The offensive line projected at the start of the season are all healthy. I mean, outside of Ryan Jensen. Cansey Vita Vea. Logan Hall's questionable. William Golson behind him, and Mike Green again, who is out. Rounding up that defensive line with Tryon Shorenka with and Shaquille Barrett, as well as Anthony Nelson are all the edge rushers with Devin White, the linebacker, being questionable. KJ Britt might do some stuff there. Levante David is out. Jamel Dean is also out. So again, you could probably see a lot of Zion McComb or D. Delaney. They'll see there. Carlton Davis third, the cornerback is questionable, as well as Antoine Winfield Jr. and the strong safety Christian Eising. Chase McLaughlin is their kicker. Their punter, Jake Camarda. Devin Tompkins is their returner, and Zach Schreiner's along. For the Colts, Gardner Minshew, quarterback. Sam Ehlinger, his backup. Anthony Richardson, Evan Hall, Ashton Dillon, quarterback, receiver, running back. Offensive lineman, Jake Witt and Danny Pinter. That rounds with the offensive guys on IR. Jernard Avery, Grover Stewart, and Titus Leo are basically all technically on IR across the defensive line, with Daniel Scott and Dallas Flowers, the DBs, both on the IR. Of course, Daniel Scott's out there with a torn ACL that he suffered, I think, in July during training camp. JT and Zach Moss are the running backs. Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Downs, and Alec Pierce are the receivers. With Kyler Granson, the tight end, Drew Ogletree is out. Bernard Raymond, Quentin Nelson. Ryan Kelly's out. Wesley French, again, is his backup. So, again, we'll see French fries again with Wolf Fries at right guard. And Braden Smith at right tackle. Defensively, you've got Kwity Paye, Taekwon Lewis, Dayo Diengbo, and Samson Ebbu come off the edge, as well as DeForest Buckner and Tavon Bryan at Tavon Bryan at defensive tackle. I don't know. I still don't know how to pronounce this dude's name, but yeah, I still remember people talking about how he was sleeping in the draft. Like, he's done absolutely nothing this year. He has 3 tackles and a sack. I mean, the sack's good. The tackles aren't, though. Idris Speed, Zaire Franklin, and Cameron McGrone are the linebackers. Grant Stewart, of course, is questionable. Kenny Moore, the slot corner, as well as Darrell Baker Jr. Juju Brents, again, the starting outside corners got out, so you'll probably see Jalen Jones. Ronnie Thomas and Julian Blackman are their safeties. Your kicker is Matt Gay. Your punter is Rigoberto Sanchez. Isaiah McKenzie's your returner, and Luke Rhodes is your long snapper. For the Bucs, target the gap that EJ Speed will presumably be taking, because again, I think they'll be able to break some tackles there, and as well, EJ Speed's been very inconsistent. What is called making good tackle, at least attempts of tackling in those holes. Again, he'll as well as the fact that again JT will be able to get some big runs off of that. Not GT, my bad. They'll be able to get some good lanes off of that. Baker finding a way to climb the pocket without having to tuck it again, so he doesn't get sacked. Again, just being able to climb the pocket without worry about stuff. Again, you always have to worry about something, but Baker's just able to again climb the pocket freely. That would be big. And Chris Godwin with at least 1 yard of separation per route. Please, bro, you got to get more. Again, you have not at least. It's been at the most a half yard. You got to give Baker more room to throw the ball. Defensively, Kalijah finding ways to shed off blocks quicker against the pin and pull run game. They're gonna try to pin him inside so he can't get up and try to make a play. Again, he's gonna get moved around anyway. But again, against Quentin Nelson, it's big that he can actually get off his hands, because if he can do that, maybe he'll have time to actually make a play. Conservative approaches against John Taylor. Again, if they try to absolutely let him off, they're gonna get killed. And double Michael Pittman Jr. because he's their number 1 receiver right now. Don't let him get going. Now let's look at the Colts. And for the Colts, 35 plus points by big players, stiff arm again, big plays, meaning again like improvisation from Gardner Minshew or just the big runs, or stiff arm meaning they just bully him, which I think is probably more likely. Gardner not floating bombs to Josh Downs, it just doesn't work. I mean, I love Josh Downs, bro, but I can't see him tracking these deep balls the way he has been. Again, Sam Howell's deep ball is one thing, Gardner Minshew's is totally different. And 12 starters for Alec Pierce. Please get on the football, guys. He's getting open. He's making those big plays. Get in the football. Defensively, though, Rodney Thomas, sub-80 rating against, again, in coverage a couple weeks ago. Again, in Germany, he did a really good job. I want to continue to see him do that. Again, sub-80 rating allowed would be big there. DeForest Buckner, 55% run defense win rate. Again, just getting off those blocks, penetrating, do whatever he needs to make these running backs have a tougher time. And 6+ penetration from Kwity Paye in the fourth quarter. Again, not pressure, just about making the quarterback move out of the pocket a little more. That's all I need from him, and that's all I got for the Colts, guys. Let's look at the battle for the AFC South. Let's go Jags and Texans. And the Jags head for their annual matchup in Houston, where they face off against the Red Hot Texans team, winners of 3 in a row. Of course, the Jags are coming off of a blowout win against their division rival in the Tennessee Titans. Before that, obviously getting blown out by the Niners. Again, the questions about them being frauds or not are up in the air. We'll see again if they can play well against this Texans team, though. Maybe the story's different. Of course, the Texans back in week 3, the last time the Jags, basically the last time the Jags, again, they've been bad. They've been bad against 49ers. But before that Jags team went on that 5-game winning streak, they absolutely torched them. They won 37-17 in blowout fashion over the Jaguars. Again, the Jags are looking to get revenge for that game. Of course, last year when they played here, it was an absolute blowout, 31-3 win for the Jags. But I mean, the Texans were basically just done at that point, so kind of why. But of course, that was in the midst of that Jags 5-game winning streak where they ran the table and then also won that crazy 27-0 comeback against the Chargers in the playoffs. This game, again, it's at 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, and Paramount Plus are streaming services for this game. Again, CJ Stroud also threw 3 interceptions last start, looking to bounce back from that. Announcing this game will be Adrian Catalan, Tiki Barber, Matt Ryan, and AJ Ross. Again, probably will be a similar game that we saw on Sunday last week, but obviously this game is just massive. I'll put it like that. And looking at the map, it is in blue. You got basically the whole entire, if you're anywhere from all the way over in New Mexico to the farthest part of east part of Georgia, you're going to get this game, guys. Again, it is the battle for the AFC South. Again, big game, guys. Let's get right into the Jags starting lineup. For the Jags, Trevor Lawrence is their quarterback. Travis Etienne Jr., Dearness Johnson in the backfield. Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, the third wide receiver is questionable, so Tim Jones could get some playing time. Jamal Agnew and Jalen Moore, 2 other receivers. Again, Jamal Agnew is a returner, are both on IR. Leonard Taylor, tight end, is also on IR. Defensively, you got Ventrell Miller, the middle linebacker, on IR, as well as Christian Braswell, the cornerback, on IR. Evan Ingram, Luke Farrell are their tight ends. Cam Robinson, Walker Little, Luke Fortner, Brandon Scherf, Anton Harrison, again, the projected always starters across the offensive line, with Adam Gottis, Lorenzo Faticasi, Roy Orbison, Harris is questionable, Angelo Blackson behind him across the defensive line, with Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, Caleb Chase on Shaquille Quarterman off the edge. Devin Lloyd and Floyd Luakong are the defensive linebackers, with Tyson Campbell being out, the number 1 corner. Monteric Brown will probably expect to play out there. Of course, Chris Claybrooks is on the PUP list. And Trey Herndon is their slot, with Darius Williams, of course, the other outside corner. Andre Sisco, Rayshon Jenkins are their safeties, with Brandon McManus doing the kicking, Logan Cook punting, and Christian Kirk and Dearness Johnson again doing the platoon returning, as well as Ross Magic doing the long snap. And for the Texans, CJ Stroud, quarterback. David Pierce is questionable. You could see Devin Singletary. Again, he'll probably get the line share anyway. He's been a beast since he's became the number 1 back. Nico Collins, tanked out. Noah Brown is out. Robert Woods, John Mechie will again probably replace him. Jesse Matthews, the wide receivers, on IR, as well as Case Keenum, the third-string quarterback, being questionable. Tegan Quintariano, the tight end, is on IR, as well as Kenyon Green, again, the first-round pick, who, again, is out for the season. Juice Scruggs, Jarrett Patterson, Keelan Zeeler, Kendrick Green, and G.J. Scafee Jr. across the offensive line. All those guys are on IR, and then, again, the fullback, Troy Harrison, is also on IR. Defensively, you got Hassan Ridgeway, the defense tackle, on IR, as well as 3 DBs, and Grayland Arnold, Eric Murray, and MJ Stewart. Daniel Perryman, the middle linebacker, suspended as well. We'll get to that in a second. Dolan Schultz, Brevin Jordan, tight end, with Andrew Beck at fullback. Laramie Tunsil, tight end, Howard, Michael Dieter, Shaq Mason, and George Shaq playing across the offensive line. I think Charlie Heck, the backup offensive lineman, is on the PUP list, as well as Dylan Horton. I think he's just out, something like that. Will Anderson Jr., Malik Collins, and Sean Rankins, and Jonathan Grenard across the offensive line. Jerry Hughes is also there. Henry 202, Blake Cashman again, as well as Christian Harris will be the linebackers. Jake Hansen, again, the backup, is out. What I was going to say, Steven Nelson, Shaq Griffin, and Derek Stingley Jr. Are the corners, with Jalen Petrie and DeAndre Houston Carson. It's safety again. Jimmy Ward is still out. Matt Amendola is your kicker. Your punters, Cameron Johnson, again, Kyrie Faber, and the actual kickers on IR, as well as Tank Dell doing the returning, and John Weeks doing the long snap. For the Jags, 4 completions on the run on third down for Trevor. Again, that's really just for Trevor Lawrence. Again, if you didn't know, he kind of has got to be able to make a couple more big plays here, because, again, the room for error will be bigger for this team. And, again, they don't have to stress as much on those early down situations to get in good spots. Travis Etienne, 2+ touchdowns. Again, that's when this offense is at their best. 40+ minutes, especially, again, extending drives with Trevor making plays. And, again, Calvin Ridley, 10+ targets. He looked awesome last week. He was getting wide open on some routes. Get him the football. Defensively, though, forced Stroud to step up and roll to his left. He's had a lot of weaknesses there, and also has been hesitant to do that. Because, again, if you make him roll left, he's not as good as to his right. Again, doesn't make as good decisions. Tyson Campbell obviously isn't playing, which means other corners are going to have to step up and make plays for him. Floyd Luakong, 13+ tackles. Again, being a guy who can really just be relied on to clean up all the junk. That's what he needs to do. And tight fits on the B gap. That's where they're going to want to run the football, especially in shotgun. Don't give them that. Now let's look at the Texans. All right, for the Texans, CJ Stroud, 2 or less turnovers. Again, if he turns it over a couple of times and they get some big offensive plays off of it, you can't really complain about it. But again, if he turns it over too much, they're going to lose this game. The Jags' offense is much better than that Cardinals was. Tank Dell tanking somebody. I mean, maybe, but yeah, I want to see him hit somebody. Devin Singletary, 25+ carries. When he gets the volume of the offense, again, they just look a lot better. And 65% plus on third down. Not really just to extend drives, but also to basically tell yourself, yeah, we have an extra down. That's what I want there. Defensively, though, Steven Nelson, 5+ lockdown pressure ups on Christian Kirk from the slot. If he has to adjust his routes because of the way Steven Nelson is playing him, that would be huge. Jonathan Grenard, 4+ wins using the quick chop moves from left to right. Again, he used a couple of those last weekend, didn't work out to too much of his success, but this weekend, if you can start using it more, it'll really screw with Anthony Harrison, who, of course, is not an aggressive, tackle, as well as the fact that Will Anderson Jr., oh, that's not good. Will Anderson Jr., getting a couple third down sacks will, again, really help them close out this game. Let's talk about Texans, guys. Oh, my God, this is terrible. Now let's get to the Tank Bowl. Alright, Fox, I don't know how much better you could have done this, because the whole slate from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock sucks on your channel. But holy crap, we got 2 Tank Bowls. Here's the first one. Tank Bowl number 4! Yeah, it's a Tank Bowl! Patriots, of course, coming at 2-8. They're one of the worst teams in the league. Lose the third 3 in a row. They hold the worst record in the AFC against the Giants team that is coming off a stunning win against the Commanders, 31-19, in which they forced 6 turnovers and got a pick 6. And yeah, that's what happened. Tommy DeVito threw 3 touchdowns. And again, they are home, and this game should be crazy, and it's a Tank Bowl. That's what it is. The games at 1 o'clock on Fox. The Fox Sports app and the NFL Plus are your streaming services for this Tank Bowl. And again, if you're watching this on NFL Plus, well, it's not NFL Plus. It's probably NFL Minus, because it's a bad joke. But this is a really bad game, guys. Again, if NFL Minus existed, that's what this game would be on. Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, Shannon Spaker on the call. Kenny Albert loves calling Tank Bowls, guys. I don't know what it is with him. Looking at the map, that's not right. That definitely isn't right. This is right. It is in green. You've got all the Northeast, and that's all that's getting this game for good reason. Oh, wait, never mind. If you live in Miami, you're getting this game, so good for you. Sunday, the weather, it's bad. No, I think it's not going to rain. Crap. It's going to be 46 degrees. No. A little bit of humidity, a little bit of wind, but it's going to be cloudy, and it's going to be perfect weather for a Tank Bowl, guys. Of course, Patriots and Giants played back in Week 6, 2019. The Patriots were undefeated going into that game. They won that one 35-14, but the Giants did get a cool, even though Daniel Jones got a scoop and score on him, they did get a crazy Golden Tate touchdown. So maybe they win this. I really don't know what to say, though, guys. Let's get right in the Patriots starting line. And for the Patriots, Mac Jones, the quarterback, Ramondre Stevenson, Zeke are his running backs. Devontae Parker, the receivers, questionable. Demario Douglas, Juju, and Kayshon Boutte are the receivers. Matthew Slater, of course, the All-Pro, and probably, I don't even know, he'll probably make the Hall of Fame some way. Is questionable. Kendrick Bourne, Trey Nixon, and both receivers are both on IR. Calvin Anderson, Riley Reef are both the offensive linemen. Both of those guys are on IR. Defensively, you got 4 front 7 guys. Terez Hall, Raekwon McMillan, Matthew Judon, and Daniel Akulili, all those guys on IR. The DBs, Christian Gonzalez, Isaiah Bolden, Marcus Jones are all on IR, with Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki at tight end. Trent Brown is questionable tight end. Vidarian Lowe is his backup. Mike on Window City. So, David Andrews, Cole Strange round out that offensive line, with Dietrich Weiss Jr. being questionable. Jeremiah Farms Jr. and maybe Keon White are off the edge, as well as Lawrence Guy Sr. Devon Godchaux is the nose tackle. Marte Mapu, Josh Uche, and Fernie Jenkins off the edge. John Bentley's questionable. Matt Wilson Sr. behind him, as well as Jelani Tavai, middle linebacker. Jonathan Jones is questionable at corner, so probably Sean Wade, J.C. Jackson, and Miles Bryant at corner. Jabril Peppers, Kyle Duggar are the safeties. Chad Ryland, Bryce Behringer are the punter and kicker and punter, as well as Miles Bryant actually being returned, as well as Ty Montgomery, and Joe Cardona is your long snapper. For the Giants, you do have Tommy DeVito at quarterback. Of course, Matt Barkley's his backup. Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor, both those quarterbacks are on IR, as well as the running back Eric Gray and Gary Brightwell. Bryce Ford Meat and the receivers on IR, as well as Darren Waller at tight end. Joshua Azudu, Shane Lemieux, J.C. Eisenhower, and Matt Purr, all the offensive linemen are on IR. Gerard Davis is on IR at, linebacker. Wait, I gotta check about Andrew Thomas. When did he come back? Wait, let me check. What's his game log? Wait, did he play? Oh, he did, shoot. Oh, he came back after week 9. I think he's been good. I don't know for sure. Wait, so he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's missed 7 games this year. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so yeah, Andrew Thomas is there at left tackle. Forgot about everyone else, though. Saquon Matt Breida in the backfield. Darius Slayton is doubtful as the number 1 receiver. Wanda Robinson, Jalen Hyatt, and Sterling Shepard are all there, though. Daniel Bellinger, Lawrence Cager are the tight ends. Andrew Thomas, Justin Pugh, John Michael Smith Jr., Ben Bredesen. Evan Neal is out at right tackle, thank God. I mean, there's nothing. He's not, again, he's just been so bad. Tyrod Phillips will probably start there. Asian Robinson, Dexter Lawrence is doubtful. Of course, their superstar nose tackle, so I mean, someone will have to step up there. Probably Raheem Nunez-Roches, because again, he has been a nose tackle in his past. Jod Ward's the other lineman, as well as Azeez Ojulari and the superstar Kayvon Thibodeau. Off the edge, as well as Bobby Okereke at linebacker. I don't know what they're trying to do here. Maybe Carter Coughlin. Like, it's kind of a mess. Adoree Jackson, Trey Hawkins, and Deontay Banks at corner, with Xavier McKinney and Jason Pinnock at corner. Aaron Robinson is out. Brandy Bullock is your kicker. Graham Cano, of course, your other kicker is on IR. Jamie Gillen is your punter. Paris Campbell and Gunnar Olszewski are your returners, and Casey Crider is your long snapper. Oh, why the heck are the Giants here? Let me fix this. Oh, God, this is bad. Okay, Giants. We'll fix this. Wait. No, that's good. Okay. Alright, get rid of that. And we're good. Alright, for the Patriots, negative rushing yards. Please. Please. I want to see you guys run for negative 50 yards. 4+ pick sixes thrown by whoever the hell is starting. But, guys, what are the Patriots doing? I really don't know. In a shutout for the second time this season. Because, again, if you don't score a point on offense, that's a good thing. Like, you shouldn't try to score. Again, it's not allowed. The Patriots, you're not allowed to score. Defensively, though, Jabril Peppers playing deep, 15+ yards off on every third down. Like, I'm like actually being serious with that, though. The Patriots don't have a guy who can play man right now. Again, Jonathan Jones can, but you can't cover 3 receivers. Make Darius Slayton win horizontally on the crossers again. If he can get up vertically on you and as a corner make you shift your hips, he's already got you beat. Because again, he's not going to try to beat you horizontally. He's going to try to stretch you vertically and then come across. Because that's how he creates the separation. And Jonathan Jones playing flat zones on second and short. Again, to stop the run and also not give any short completions that Tommy DeVito will attempt. Now let's look at the Giants. And for the G-Man, Tommy DeVito, less than 4 sacks taken. We know that's not going to happen because, again, even Andrew Thomas knows that's not going to happen. 130+ total yards from Saquon. Again, another big week. And 4+ get targets for Sterling Shepard. I mean, he kind of got open last week. Of course, that receiver. For the defense, though, commit to blitzes from the safeties on early downs. Again, it's okay. Be aggressive. Just don't get burned, which it's going to happen. Hard man press from the rookies on the outside. Again, that's, again, how to keep it simple for them, and that's how they don't blow coverage. And Kayvon with 4+ sacks. That's crazy, but, I mean, I've seen crazier stuff happen. That's all I have for the Giants defense, guys. Time for the next one. Fox did a great job this week, guys. Oh, my God. So, 2 tank bowls in 1 week. We got Tommy DeVito versus who the hell knows the Patriots. And now we got a rookie tank bowl. Holy crap, this is awesome. And the Panthers travel to Nashville for another tank bowl. Holy crap, this is crazy. Panthers 1-9, they're the worst team in the league. I am so mad I picked them to win the NFC South. That's probably my worst prediction possible. But they're losers of 3 in a row. They have not looked good in any of those games. Bryce Young has been terrible this year. Their offense has been terrible. Adam Thielen, please give me 20 points of fantasy. And the Titans have Will Levis, who after that, of course, that 4-touchdown mirage against the, what is called, Falcons, proceeded to lose. Wait, were they at home a couple weeks ago? They played the Bucs, right? No, wait. Yeah, I think 2 straight. Oh, yeah, they've had 3 straight road games, and he's not looked good in any of them. I mean, he hasn't been terrible. Again, pretty conservative, but not great. The running game's been terrible all year. Outside that one game, they actually had home against the Bengals. Yeah, Derrick Henry's not had a good year. They're 3-7 in the year, the second worst team in the AFC right now, and they probably will be 3-8 by the end of it. And obviously, I don't know, something like that. But obviously, losers of what is it now? 3 in a row. It's just not good in Tennessee. The game's at 1 o'clock on Fox. The Fox Sports app and NFL Plus. Again, now I'm not going to make the same jokes because honestly, it's probably not even relevant to this one because this game is really irrelevant. All things said, because the Panthers then are screwed and the Titans suck. So yeah, I guess that's what you got. Announcing this game will be what is it called? Adam Mean, Mark Schlereth, and Christina Pink. I do not know why I looked up Charlotte weather. There we go. Looking at the map, it is in this stuff. What is that? Orange. You've got all of them again. All of Tennessee, all basically North and South Carolina again. Good thing none of this country's getting this game. The map, it will be. What is it now? There we go. No, 11. No, 2 o'clock. We got some, again, a good amount of wind. It'll be a little humid, and it's 54 degrees. It wouldn't be cloudy, so actually pretty nice. Again, outside of the wind, it'll be a pretty nice day for both these teams. Again, it's a tank bowl, so I mean that's about it. But holy crap, this is a bad game. And Oh yeah, these Chiefs played back in 2019, and the Panthers won 30-20. CMC was still on them, and Ryan Tannehill was still the starting quarterback for the Titans. Yeah, that's what I got. Time for the Panthers starting line. And for the Panthers, Bryce Young quarterback Andy Dalton, who's played better than him as a backup. Chuba Hubbard, Miles Sanders in the backfield. Adam Thielen, DJ Chark Jr. and Jonathan Mingo, receiver. Laviska Shenault will drop some passes as well in there. Hayden Hurst is out at tight end again. Tommy Tremble will get most of the snaps there, as well as Ian Thomas on some run blocking designs. Ikemba Quandre, Chandler Zavala, Bradley Bozeman, Cade Mays, Taylor Moton across the offensive line. Brady Christensen, Austin Corbett, the two offensive linemen are on IR. So eventually, a lot of guys are on IR, though, with Henry Anderson, Yeturgos Matos, Shaq Mace, Shaq Thompson, Chandler Wooden, Claudin Shirleyus, Justin Houston, and Luigi Valayan. All those guys in the front seven are on IR, as well as Jeremy Chin and the Kamari P.O. Boodle. I don't know who these guys are, guys. Deshaun Williams, Shy Tuttle, Derek Brown across the defensive line with Brian Burns and DJ Johnson, as well as Amari Barno off the edge. Marquise Haynes Sr. is questionable. Deion Jones and probably Tay Davis, of course, with Frank Louvu being questionable at middle linebacker. Dante Jackson, Lamar Jackson, not the Ravens, dude. Troy Hill at corner. CJ Henderson is out. Xavier Woods and what is called Von Bell are the safeties. Sam Franklin Jr. is questionable. Eddie Pinheiro is their kicker. Their punters, Johnny Hecker. Rasheem Blackshear, Amir Smith, and Marcetta is their returner. Are the returners. And J.J. Jansen's their long snapper. For the Titans, Will Levis, quarterback. Ryan Tannehill is his backup. What is it called? Derrick Henry, Tajay Spears in the backfield. Hassan Haskins, Julius Chestnut, Kyrus Jackson, Nicholas Petit Frere. All those offensive guys are all on IR. Shaquille Brown and Chance Campbell in the front seven are both on IR. As well as Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins, Nick Westbrook, and Chris Moore being a receiver. Kyle Phillips is also there. Traylon Burks is still out. Chizakonkwo, Josh Wiley at tight end, as well as Andre Dillard, Josh Wiles, something like that. Andre Dillard, Peter Skoronski, Aaron Brewer, Daniel Brunskill, Chris Hubbard is out, so you'll probably see Dylan Radin starting. Again, Chris Hubbard is out. Jeffrey Simmons here, Tar, Danico Autry the defensive line with Harold Landry and Arden Kia and Rashard Weaver off the edge. Jack Gibbons and Aziz Al-Shire, the linebackers. Luke Gifford is questionable behind them. Sean Murphy-Bunting, Roger McCreary, and Sherjan Fulton at corner. Terrell Edmonds in the backup. Three strong safeties questionable. Amani Hooker and Elijah Molden are the other safeties. Nick Folk is your kicker, your punters. Ryan Stonehouse, Eric Gayor or something like that, and Ty Spears are the returners, and Morgan Cox is the long snapper. For the Panthers, Bryce over 300 passing yards. He, I don't know. Yeah, that would be nice. Adam Thielen, 15-plus targets, getting the ball every play. And win 40-plus up front in terms of the yards gained by the line. So, even if it's 0 yards, that's a success. Eventually, Brian Burns bounced back. 4-plus tackles, 5-plus pressures, and 1-plus sacks. Again, if you could just get 1 sack, that would be big. And again, 4-plus tackles, again, that just being involved in 5-plus pressures. He has been able to do for most of the season, so I'm not too concerned about that. Von Bell, 7-plus tackles with at least 5 targets against over the middle. Again, he wants to be able to guys to throw over the middle because, again, once he gets those passes over the middle, he can make some plays on it, maybe an interception. Or towards the end of the game, he doesn't have any targets against him. Now let's look at the Titans. And for the Titans, I think it's pretty simple. Offensively, give the ball to Derrick Henry and just shut up, please. Defensively, Jeffrey Simmons doing a better job moving guys instead of trying to plug 3 gaps with 2 arms. It doesn't work. I'm sorry, man. I love you, bro, but you can't take the whole line down. It just doesn't work. Christian Fulton, sub 65 rating allowed in man. He's been bad this year. He probably will get some minimal contract like Ryan Neal did last year in free agency. So yeah, just do better, I guess. And better leverage manipulation free snap from Shane Bowen, of course, their defensive coordinator. They are not using a good job disguising some of these stuff and even showing them the different looks and stuff. It's just not working. Do a better job. The Panthers offense sucks, and yeah, that's what I got from Thankful. Time for interaction. This physically embodies Fox's effort to try to put a good week together. Because holy crap, if this is your national game, yeah, this game is not headliner. Holy crap. And yep, it is Fox's national game. It is the NFL on Fox, and it's a matchup between the Saints and the Falcons, battle for first place in the NFC South. Also known as the most irrelevant and worst division in all of football, which only has 8 divisions, but still. Saints coming in at 5-5 off of, I think, a loss. Who the heck did they play? I'm gonna be honest, I don't even really care. Oh, wait, they played the Vikings. They got blown out, and then they came back, and then they still lost. So, yeah, that's what I got for them. Falcons at 4-6. They're there. They've lost 3 in a row. Their offense sucks. Their defense is toast. So, it's rough there, obviously, but they are still 4-6. They're a talented team, all things said. Definitely not as talented as Auburn. No, I'm joking. But either way, again, 5-5 versus 4-6. These two teams played. What happened last year? I really don't remember. Oh wait, the Saints. Desmond Ritter's first career start. The Saints won 21-15. Andy Dalton played a pretty decent game, and they also played. What was the other time they played it? Oh yeah, last time the Saints went to Atlanta, it was with Jameis Winston, of course, their quarterback. They came down from a 26-10 fourth quarter deficit and stunned the Falcons. Even though the Falcons they knew they were gonna lose because anytime they have a lead in the fourth quarter, they're gonna blow it. It's really what happens. So I'm not too surprised there. Again, because it's the NFL on Fox, it is on Fox, the Fox Protect, and NFL Plus. I mean, I feel bad if you have to watch this game. Announcing will be Joe Davis, Daryl Johnson, and Pam Oliver. Compass Media will be Bill Ronsky and Steve Berlin, or Berlin, something like that. Looking at the map, though, it is in red. Thank God. Actually, you'll be lucky, because you got basically south part of Maryland, and I don't even know, Virginia, as well as, again, like, this, like, little, whatever the hell you want to call this. Thank God no one's getting this game. This game's terrible, guys. Like, again, I don't know how this is the national game. It might be close, but let's get in the Saints starting line. And for the Saints, Derek Carr is ready to go. Jameis Winston, I hope he comes in. Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams, and that Kendrick Miller is out, as well as their other running back. Eno Benjamin, who's on IR, is, again, Michael Thomas, you know, due to a knee injury he suffered last week, is on IR. With Trey Turner, again, I guess the fourth string center on IR, as well as Peyton Turner and Andrew Dowell. Marshall Lattimore, the number one corner, if he didn't know went on IR, I really don't know what he went for. Ankle? Okay, that's not good. Like, right now, I just learned that, so that's not good. What is called? Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, A.J. Perry at receiver with Jawan Johnson, Taysom Hill at tight end. Andrews Pete, James Hurst, Eric McCoy, Cesar Ruiz, and Ryan Ramczyk are the offensive linemen with Cameron Jordan, Nathan Shepard, Kalen Saunders, Carl Granderson, Brian Breezy, and Tano Caspigan. I never knew how to pronounce this guy's name. I just call him Tano Caspigan, which I know is not how you pronounce it. Isaiah Foskey is questionable, also off the edge with Pete Warner, Demario Davis, and Zach Bond at linebacker. Paulson Adebo, Isaac Yadam, and Alontae Taylor at corner, as well as Tyrann Mathieu and Marcus Peters at safety. Blake Grupe is their kicker, their punter, Lou Headley. Rashid Shaheed's their returner, and Zach Woods their long snapper. Yep. For the Falcons, Desmond Ridder, quarterback. Taylor Heineke's questionable behind him. Bijan and Tyler Algier, as well as Cordero Patterson are in the backfield. Avery Williams, the running back, is on IR, as well as Josh Allen, the receiver. I think he's out for the year, right? Or, no, I don't freaking know. Either Greenidge, Matt Hennessy are the offensive linemen are both on IR, as well as the defensive linemen, LaCale London and Grady Jarrett. Adekungbo Ogundenji, Troy Anderson, Ikam and Nukwanu, I think something like that. Across the linebacking core are all on IR, as well as Drake London, Van Jefferson, Matt Collins is out, Kadero Hodge behind him, Kyle Pitts and Johnny Smith, the tight end. Keith Smith is your fullback. Jake Matthews, Matthew Bergeron, Drew Dahlman, Chris Lindstrom, and Cale McGarry are your offensive linemen. Calais Campbell, David Onyemata, and Tavius Street across the defensive line are all healthy, as well as Arnold Ibikidi, Bud Dupree, Lorenzo Carter, and D'Angelo Malone off the edge. Nate Landman and Caden Ellis are your what is it called, linebackers, with Aiden Terrell, D. Alford, Mike Hughes, and Jeff Okuda at corner. Jesse Bates III and Richie Grant are the safeties, with Young Oku doing your kicking, your punting is done by Bradley Pinion. D. Alford, Cordero Patterson are your returners, and Liam McCole is your long snapper. For the Saints, Derek Carr getting out to a hot start with over 10-point adjusted yards per attempt on the first 3 drives. Push the ball downfield, bro. Please stop throwing it underneath. Alvin getting at least 6 yards of target. Again, the air yards, depth of target. Again, just average depth of target. Getting downfield with him. Again, he getting open and just basically being able to catch the ball in stride. Not having to create after he catches it is a big thing. As well as Rashid, 2+ targets, over 40 air yards. Those bombs are how this offense really gets explosive. For the defense, Cam Jordan forcing Desmond Ridder to throw without knowing if his receiver is actually open on the first hitch, because he will throw a pick. Desmond Ridder's not a confident guy there. He'll either throw a pick or get sacked, because again, he just does not have that anticipation. Marshawn just lining up dudes who don't know how the hell to run an in route. So not Marshawn Lattimore, probably Alontae Taylor or Demario Davis, one of the two. Because again, I'll tell you the one thing: only Drake London can run an in route, and none of the other receivers can. Not even Kyle Pitts. So again, if they run it too slow, just absolutely pop them. That's all I got for the Saints. Now let's talk about the Falcons. And for Atlanta, Desmond with 3+ completions, under 2.2 5 seconds off play action. Again, you read the field, throw it quick. And that doesn't seem too crazy, but the way they're going to run the ball, I think that's going to have to do well. As well as Drake London and Kyle Pitts combining for 95 yards. Again, that is really low expectations. They can't do that. I really don't know what else to say. And continue to feed Bijan. You saw him last week. Their last game, they did feed Bijan, and it looked pretty good. Defensively, Caden Ellis on Alvin Kamara out of the backfield on first and second down, not third down. He'll do other stuff there. Nate Landman attacking the left A gap from in and out, from in to out. Again, basically, he's going inside, then he's going to trail off to make sure, again, if they go to the left B back, what is called left A gap, right A gap, he'll be able to make a play there, or even the right B gap, which would be kind of tough, but whatever. Jay Okuda being more aggressive on over routes. Again, what I mean by over routes is those what is it called, the in or what do you want to call them? Basically post, but not really a post. So yeah, do a better job there. Now let's look at the doubleheader game. Yeah, let's go. Steelers and Bengals. Is Jake Browning the dude? We'll have to wait and see because, again, it's a big doubleheader game 1 on CBS. And the Steelers will head to Cincy for a huge game. Of course, an AFC divisional game. Of course, the Steelers and Bengals have not met this year. They will actually play on that NFL holiday exclusive in Week 16. So, pretty interesting preview to that, of course, with this game. But the Steelers, of course, coming in at 6-4 off a rough road loss. Of course, their first one, the first one-score loss of the season, something like that. They are now 6-4 after that loss. Of course, snapped the 2-game winning streak as well. Of course, they also fired Matt Canada. Their new offensive coordinator will expect to do something, but it is all Kenny Pickett. No excuses for him anymore. Bengals 5-5 coming in. 2 straight losses. Their season looks all but over, but who knows? Maybe Jake Browning will save their season. Of course, these two, we'll get to that in a minute. The games at 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, mostly Paramount Plus, are your streaming services for this big game. Announcing it will be Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, and Evan Washburn, because again, it is CBS's first doubleheader game, as well as Larry Kahn and Mark Carrier being on Sports US Radio or something like that. I think I got that right. Looking at the map, it is in red. A lot of the countries getting this game for good reason, because this game was a dandy of a matchup last year. Again, a lot of countries getting this game. The weather in Cincy, it's going to be 48 degrees. Again, a light rain, so it shouldn't be anything crazy. A little wind as well, so it should be, I think it'll clear out later in the day. No, not Monday. Yeah, it'll still be light rain. Okay, that makes sense. But obviously the big thing, last time these two teams played was actually in Week 1 last year, and that game was crazy. Obviously, Deontay Johnson made a crazy catch. Steelers won 23-20 in upset fashion. Of course, Jamar Chase had a field day in that game, and Joe Burrow threw 4 interceptions, including a pick 6. To make up Fitzpatrick, who I don't think is playing in this game, again, Joe Burrow isn't either, so it doesn't really make a difference. As well as Evan McPherson missing that huge field goal again. That game was just absolutely nuts. See if something similar happens in this one. Let's get right into the Steelers starting line. And for Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett, quarterback, Mitch Trubisky is his backup. Najee Harris, Jalen Warren in the backfield. Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, Allen Robinson, a receiver. Pat Freiermuth and Darnell Washington are the tight ends. Dan Moore Jr., Isaac Salamalu, Mason Cole, James Daniels, Robert Jones across the offensive line. Larry Ogunjobi, Montravius Adams is out. Keanu Ben behind him, as well as Cameron Hayward being in at the other end of the defensive line. Ronell Wren, Cole Holcomb, Quan Alexander, Chappelle Russell, the guys in the front 7 are all on IR, with Keanu Neal, Elijah Riley, the safeties on IR, as well as Corey Trice Jr. at corner. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Nick Carabig, and Marcus Golden off the edge. Michael Walker and Landon Roberts are the linebackers, with Patrick Peterson, Joey Porter Jr., and Levi Wallace at corner. James Pierre, the other corner, is questionable. Minka, again, is out, so Trenton Thompson or Miles Killebrew will start at free safety, as well as DeMonte Casey roaming at strong safety. Chris Boswell is their kicker. Their punter is Presley Harvin. Calvin Austin III and Godwin Nicoblique are their returners, as well as Christian Kuntz doing the long snap. All right, for the Bengals, Jake Browning at quarterback, Adrian McCarron's his backup, Joe Burrow, Devin Cochran, Devoncha Maxwell, and Tyson Anderson. Those guys are on IR. With Joe Mixon, Trayvon Williams in the backfield, Chase Brown is questionable, again, for a stringer. Jamar Chase Chickens is still out. What is it? Hamstring? Holy crap, that's not good. All right, Tyler Boyd, Trent Irwin, also the other receivers, with Tanner Hudson and Irv Smith Jr. at tight end. Orlando Brown Jr., Cordell Wilson, 10 carries, Alex Capel, and Jonah Williams, basically the usual across the offensive line, with the Dante Smith doubtful. Sam Harper, Trey Hendrickson off the edge. Again, Joseph Osai, Cam Sample, and Miles Murphy also all there. DJ Reader, B.J. Hill are the defensive tackles, with Logan Wilson. Both other starters are questionable, Jermaine Pratt and Akeem Davis-Gaither, so Marcus Bailey, Joe Bachi will probably go if they can't go. Chidobe Awuzie, DJ Turner, and Mike Hillen are at corner, of course, with Cam Taylor, Britt out. Dax Hill, Jordan Battle are your safeties, with Evan McPherson doing your kicking. Your punting is done by Bradley Robbins. Trenton Irwin and Chris Evans are your returners, and Khaled Domitis is your long snapper. For the Steelers, cut the bull crap and run the receivers into space instead of into each other. Yeah, they actually did that last week. It was pretty bad. Please, for God, bid, run actual routes. Najee getting some decent touches on bounce back designs. Again, that's really been his thing this year. Get him some bounce back runs. Again, he'll probably still be able to run through the design hole anyway, though. 20 plus points as well. Please score 20 points. Please, please, please. 400 yards is too much anyway. Again, like, they haven't done that in so long, but it's not going to happen this week. Defensively, absolutely no collapses on yak designs from the Bengals. They're going to try to get the ball out quick, and they're going to try to get some good first downs from that. Don't give them it. DeMonte Casey, legal hits over the middle to set the tone. I mean, please don't turn into Kareem Jackson. And stack the box on first down. Again, what I mean by stack it is make sure they can't run the football because that's what they're going to try to do. Again, long yardage down, be damned. Do not give them those running lanes. Now let's look at the Bengals. For the Bengals, Jake Browning, strong presence in the pocket with blitzes coming. Again, he's just got to stand in and find his man. Again, really his hot route. That's what you want to do there. But Jake Browning, again, if he gets all panicky, he's going to turn over the football. High routes being to Jamar Chase on third down. Again, he might be able to make something happen, or Joe Mixon if worst case. And a couple more posts on for contested catch opportunities instead of just down the sideline. Again, that's what Jake Browning, you saw him last week, throw a lot of balls down the sideline. It's hard for guys to make plays on. Again, if he can throw more to the middle, again, might be an arm punt, but it works again. It'll give his receiver a better chance to make a play. Defensively, though, commit to having Myles Murphy and Trey Anderson on the field together on third down. Again, I get Myles Murphy might be compromised in run defense because, again, he's just not disciplined just yet, or he can't really take on blocks that well yet either. But, again, he is lethal in some points. Again, he has some moves that I'm just like, guys won't be able to handle that. Get him on the field there. And as well, Jermaine Pratt, even if he doesn't play, calling out to help out against the draw, because you're going to want to run a couple draw runs on you guys. And don't give George Pickens any space to cut in at the 10-yard mark. Again, if he can cut in at 10-yard mark again when he catches the football, it's either going to be a big play or a big first down. Don't give him those again. Play outside leverage on those. That's all I got for the Bengals defense, guys. Time for the Rams and Cardinals. No. Yeah, this is the game. The Browns and Broncos in a massive game in the AFC wild card picture. Of course, the Browns can keep the Vice and the Ravens, of course, for that division lead. And also the 1 seed. If you know, the Browns is actually the same record as the Kansas City Chiefs, which is kind of crazy right now. But they are 7-3. This would be a big win for them. Obviously, they're playing a Broncos offense that is much better than that Steelers offense last week. And that Broncos defense, you could argue, is even better there. And they're on the road. So, yeah, they're carrying in the hottest and best defense in the league. But don't get it turned around. This Broncos team will give them a good fight. Obviously, they are the hottest team in the league also. Again, yeah, the Eagles. But they're the Eagles, guys. They're different. But 4 straight wins for those Broncos. Obviously, the Browns actually are coming in with actually the fewest amount of losses, again, tied with all the, 2 other teams. Actually, 3 other teams in the AFC. This game is at 4:05 on Fox. The Fox Sports app and NFL Plus are streaming services for this game. Again, getting into that late afternoon regional window. Again, as the game will start at 4:05. Stay tuned for that. Announcing it will be Kevin Kluger, Mark Sanders, and Laura Oakman. ESPN Radio will have Steve Levy and Harry Douglas on the call for that one. Announcing it will be, not announcing it, it'll be in the blue, and it's most of the country, at least on the West Coast. You're going to get a lot of country shit in this game, because, again, it is a big game. So you got, like, again, around here, and then obviously, again, like, the North, Midwest, and obviously out on the West Coast as well. That's what will get this game. The weather, it's going to be a little cold, 35 degrees, but it'll be dead clear, and it'll have a little wind, but, yeah, pretty just straight up dead cold for this game, guys. Again, these 2 teams played not last year. Did they play last year? I swear they didn't. They played in 2021, though, right? I swear they did. Why can't I remember? When? Was it 2021? Oh, yeah. The last time these 2 teams played was in Cleveland, where the Broncos had their 3-game losing streaks put to 4. Of course, with that 17-14 win over the Broncos. Then, again, probably be a similar score, to be honest with you guys. Now let's get right into the Browns starting line. For the Browns, Dorian at quarterback, P.J. Walker is backup. Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb, of course, the 2 guys in the backfield are both on IR, as well as Jakeem Grant Sr., the receiver, Jedrick Wills Jr., Dawson Dean, and Jack Conklin, the 3 offensive linemen on IR, as well as Thomas Graham Sr., or Jr., Rodney McLeod, and Cameron Mitchell in the secondary. Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, and Jerome Ford, and Kareem Hunt in the backfield. Amari Cooper, Elijah Mitchell, Cedric Tillman, a receiver. Marquise Goodwin is out, as well as Michael Woods. Christian, Joel Bitonio, Ethan Poke, Wyatt Tiller, and James Hudson are across the offensive line. Drew Forbes is as well out. Myles Garrett, Dalvin Tomlinson, Jordan Elliott, Zadarius Smith, Alex Wright, and Ogbo Okoronkwo are off the edge. JOK, Anthony Walker Jr. is questionable. Mohamed Diaby could start. Jordan Kazuzchek is questionable as well. Sione Taki, of course, is a sub linebacker. Denzel Ward is out. Martin Emerson Jr., Mike Ford, Greg Newsome at corner. Juan Thornhill is questionable. Ronnie Hickman behind him, as well as Grant Delpit. Dustin Hopkins is their kicker. Their punter is Corey Borquez. James Brochet and Peter Strong Jr. are their returners. And Charlie Hewlett's no long snapper. For the Broncos, roster quarterback Javonte Williams, Samaje Perine, Julian McLaughlin, all the running backs. Ooh, that's not good. Dwayne Brown is questionable. No, Dwayne Washington, my bad, he's questionable. Bro, this dude is just such a bum. I'm sorry, like, he's been on the, he's played like the Saints, yeah. He's been in the league since 2016, goddamn. I did not know he was still in the league, okay. As well as Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Marvin Mims Jr., receiver, Tim Patrick, Brandon Johnson, Jalen Virgil, and Greg Dulcich, all pass catchers, all on IR. Alex Pileski is questionable, as well as Ayumi Uzuriki, Jonas Griffith, two front seven guys on IR, as well as Kareem Jackson, Caden Stearns, and Kalen Williams. Kareem Jackson, I don't think will be back until like week, I think 16, something like that. Oh, he didn't. Okay. Adam Troutman, Chris Manderson, tight end. Michael Byrne is their fullback. Garrett Bowles, Ben Powers, Lloyd Cushenberry, Quinn Miners, Mike McGlinchey are your offensive linemen, as well as Jonathan Harris. D.J. Jones, Zach Allen are your defensive linemen, with Nick Benito, Barrett Browning, Jonathan Cooper off the edge. Alex Singleton, Josie Jeweler, the linebackers, with Pat Surtain, Fabian Rell, Damari Mathis at corner. P.J. Locke is questionable at strong safety, so we could see J.L. Skinner, as well as Justin Simmons at free safety. Will Lutz is your kicker, your punter is Riley Dixon, Marvin Mims Jr. is your returner, and Mitchell Farbani is your long snapper. For the Browns, 280-plus total yards of offense, which, again, isn't anything crazy, but, again, if they can just get some yards, I guess that's good. And Mark Cooper getting 7-plus targets as well, because, again, he is their best offensive player. Jerome Ford, 120-plus rushing yards. That's probably going to be the biggest thing. If he can really run it down that Broncos defense, it'll give him a chance. And don't get duped in your own territory. Please do not, please do not have a pick six happen. That's for you, Dorian. But defensively, 4-plus plays with a massive hole given to the right side where J.O.K. can swoop in. Basically, so Javonte what it's called, Williams eyes basically like go crazy. But J.O.K. of course, Jeremiah Willis-Coromo, the linebacker, will just come in and again shut that down, because that's what he does. Again, tackle for loss type of stuff. And then have Miles completely take out the right side of the offensive line on 3rd and long. Yeah, like again, 3 offensive linemen on him, he'll still get by. That's what I got for them. Now let's talk about the Broncos. And for Denver, Rusk committing to the corners on 3rd down. Again, really trying to hit those throws. He will have them, but more importantly, that's what's going to get him those first downs, especially when he gets clocked. Boots off of a good run once or twice in the second half. I really want to get Russ on the edge, but now where he's going to get sacked again. If they do really not try to do any of that in the first half, make it again unpredictable, that'll be big. And Jerry Jeudy, 9-plus targets. Get him the football. Defensively, force 4-plus turnovers. Again, so you don't have to actually drive the football down the field. And Justin Simmons, under 12 yards of average depth of target. Again, he should not have to be getting targets over the middle. He should be, again, making tackles underneath. And under 10% missed tackle rate as a team. Guys not missing tackles will result in not giving up unnecessary first downs. And 8 team pressures on 3rd down as well. Again, just getting to the quarterback there. Home, huge plays there. That's all I got for the Broncos, guys. Time for the next game. And we've got an NFC West matchup. Of course, the 4-6 Rams looking to keep their playoff hopes alive. With a win, they would not only win their second straight off the bye, but also get to 5-6 and maybe still be in contention. Of course, on the other hand, the Cardinals come in at 2-9, losers of losing their first game, of course, after Kyler Murray came back. I won't say a really heartbreaking action. The game went to crap after that 3rd quarter. But they're coming at 2-9, looking to beat Sean McVay's Rams for the first time ever at home. They've never done it. I think they're 0-5 or something, like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. They've lost. They're 0-6 against the Rams at home. So looking to break that streak, and again, they can, because Cardinals have been very competitive with Kyler Murray as quarterback the past 2 weeks. Of course, Jonathan Gannon has done well with him there. Rams are coming off again a crazy win against Seahawks. They should not have won that game, but what did they do? They still won it. So that's what I got. Games of 4 and 5 on Fox. The NFL Plus and Fox Sports app are your streaming services for this game. Announcing it will be Chris Meyer, Robert Smith, and Jen Hale. Looking at the map, it is in yellow, and you've got basically all Arizona, then SoCal as well, and that's what's going to get this game. Let's get right into the Rams starting lineup. And for the Rams, you have Matt Stafford, quarterback. Carson Wentz, his backup. Stetson Bennett still out. Ronnie Rivers is the only guy in the offense on IR. Kyron Williams just got activated. Of course, the guy who ran for 158 yards in the Rams' last game versus the Cardinals. Royce Freeman as well in the backfield. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Tutu Atwell, receiver Ben Skoranek. The other receiver is questionable. Tyler Higbee and Bryson Hopkins are both the tight end are there, as well as Alfred Jackson, Steve Avila, Brian Allen, Kevin Dotson, Rob Havenstein across the offensive line, Jonah Williams, Kobe Turner, and Aaron Donald across the defensive line with Byron Young, Michael Hoyt, Keir Thomas, and Ocean Mathis off the edge, Ernest Jones, Christian Roseburn, the linebackers, Akel Witherspoon, Derrick Henry, Kobe Durant at corner, Jason Taylor is questionable at safety, Jordan Fuller's there, again with Quentin Lake out at free safety. You could see John Johnson starting. Luke Haverstick is their kicker. Their punter is Ethan Evans. Austin Chamberlain is their returner, and Alex Ward is their long snapper. And for the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, quarterback clean, tunes his backup. James Conner, Amari DiMarcano is questionable, so Keontae Ingram could be there as well. Marquise Brown and Zach Pascal, two receivers, are questionable, so Greg George, Ryan Moore will be expected to step up, of course, with Michael Wilson, the other receiver, being out. Trey McBride, Geoff Swaim at tight end, DJ Humphries, Tristan Colon, Elijah Frola, Will Hernandez, and Paris Johnson Jr. across the offensive line, all healthy. Elijah Wilkinson, Pat Elflein, John Gaines, all on IR across the offensive line. With Zaven Collins, Jonathan Ledbetter's questionable, Ben Still behind him, as well as Roy Lopez, Leaky Fotu, Carlos Watkins, LJ Collier, and Kaiser White, all the front seven guys are on IR. Kevin Strong is out at right defensive end, so Dante Sills will probably get the start. Josh Woods, Chris Barnes, and Dennis Gardick are all at linebacker, with Jesse Labuda, a backup, questionable. And Daniel Hamilton Sr., the corner, is out, so Garrett Williams, Sterling Thomas V, and Marco Wilson, the corner. Buda Baker's free safety, Joey Blunt, is questionable. Jalen Thompson, your strong safety, is questionable, so Andre Shashir could start. Matt Prater is your kicker, your punters. Blake Gillican, Greg George is your returner. Aaron Brewer's your long snapper, with Matt Hembro, the other long snapper, on Rams. Kyron get 15 carries at most, again, coming right off the IR. You can't feed the beast as much as you think you want to, because, again, he'll probably just get hurt again. Matt Finding, guys, underneath on 60% of his snaps. The Rams need to start throwing the ball underneath a lot more. Stop looking for those dang big plays every play. Again, the underneath stuff will get open. Get the guys ball underneath. And Puka catching another touchdown for fantasy, but I'm not putting him in. So that would just be good for in general. Rams defense, force Kyler to throw over the middle. That's it. He can't throw over the middle. It's kind of simple. Time for the Cardinals. All right, for the Cardinals offense, Kyler, 50-plus rushing yards. Get him improvising, getting some nice plays is what they need from him. Marcus down 110-plus receiving yards. He had 14 catches for 140 yards in Glendale against the Rams last year, if you didn't know. He's questionable, so he might not play, but I'm going to say he will. And, again, him doing that would be a big part of this offense. And James Conner, 10-plus red zone touches. He had, I think, 2 or 3 touchdowns against the Rams last time he played them. So I'm going to see if he can do that again. I think he did have 3. No, he only had 2. Okay. That makes more sense. They actually played well in that game for the Cardinals. Defensively, though, Cameron Thomas and Dante Stills, 2+ combined sacks. Those are two big guys for sacks. Get after the quarterback. Buda Baker with 8 tackles, under 60 air yards allowed. Big plays, not given up by him. And better pursuit on slant routes completed. Again, that's for any corner. You got to do a better job just finishing the play. Now let's look at the Chiefs and Raiders. And the Chiefs face up against their divisional rival Raiders for the first time this season. Of course, looking to bounce back and score in the second half for the first time since, week 7? Against the Chargers. So, yeah, this Chiefs team obviously has had a pretty inconsistent year, but they are still 7-3. And with a win against the Raiders, that would be big. And the Raiders are 5-6. They played good football the past 3 weeks, of course, after the firing of Josh McDaniels. They are 2-1 in those games without him. So, I mean, I guess that's good. But we're going to have to play a really good game against the Chiefs team because, again, as much as you want to talk about, man, the Chiefs offense sucks, at least. They haven't been terrible this year, but, yeah, they've still been pretty bad. Against the Raiders team, again, the Raiders, they're going to have to worry about this defense that has just been menacing this year. Obviously, you think of this Chiefs and Raiders game as a national game, but when the game was scheduled, it wasn't really supposed to be either, so I guess that's what I got there. The game's at 4:25 on CBS, Animal Plus, and Paramount Plus are your streaming services for this game. Announcing it will be Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, and Melanie Collins. Looking at... Wait, what the heck? Oh, God, this is not good. No, it's still not good. Really not good. Okay, there we go. Looking at the map, it is in blue, and you've got all of the West Coast. That's what getting this game. And if you live in the middle of Arizona, you're not getting this game. And the Cardinals are enforcing a blackout, so you watch their game. So, if you're not a Cardinals fan, I'd be pretty pissed about that. No, I wouldn't be. This game's gonna be bad. But either way, the Raiders. Yeah, last year then they played the Raiders. Chiefs absolutely blew out the Raiders here. 31-13 was the final score. I think Justin Watson had a 67-yard touchdown on a boot, something like that to start it. It wasn't. I don't even think it was a touchdown, something like that. And then obviously they had in Kansas City. I thought they blew them out. No, wait, no, they came back. So yeah, of course they had some interesting games. I think the Chiefs have won. What is it now? 5 in a row against the Raiders. So pretty dominant. So as of late. Now let's get right into the Chiefs starting lineup. All right, for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes quarterback, Isaiah Pacheco, Jerick McKinnon is out, so Clyde Edwards-Helaire will be the backup running back in this game. Justin Watson, Rashid Rice, MVS at receiver. Kadarius Toney and Justin Ross, 2 receivers, are out. Nicky Remigio, another receiver. And Michael Hardman Jr., another receiver. Jody Fortson and Prince Warganiano are all on IR. With Nick Bolton, the linebacker, Najee Johnson, the safety, on IR. as well as Travis Kelce, Noah Gray being a tight end, Donovan Smith, Joe Tooney, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Juwan Taylor across the offensive line with George Karlaftis, Derek Nottie, Chris Jones, Mike Danner, Charles Menahue, and Millie Carrying off the edge. Willie Gay, Leo Chanel, Drew Tranquil are the linebackers with L'Jarius Sneed, Joshua Williams, Jalen Watson, and Trent McDuffie at corner. Brian Cook and Justin Watson are their safeties. Harrison Butker is their kicker. Tommy Townsend is their punter. Richie James is their returner. And James Winchester is their long snapper. For the Raiders, Aiden O'Connell at quarterback. Jimmy G's backup. Josh Jacobs and Amir Abdul in the backfield. Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers on a run for a receiver. Michael Mayer, Austin Hooper at tight end. Colton Miller is questionable left tackle. So Jimmy and Lumore could start. Dylan Parham, Andre James, Greg Van Roe, and Thayer Munford Jr. across the offensive line. Dolan Winder, Kayan Maguna, Darian Butler, Ryder Teamer, Brandon Faison all on IR. With Max Crosby being doubtful, Tyree Wilson will probably start, as well as Malcolm Kuntz. Bilal Nichols, Jerry Tiller are the defensive linemen with defense tackles, with Divine Diablo, Robert Spillane, the starter, being questionable. Curtis Bolton could start at that middle linebacker position, as well as Luke Masterson at sub linebacker. Nate Hobbs, Tyler Hall, Malik Robertson, and Marcus Peters at corner. Marcus Epps is starting strong safety is questionable, so Chris Smith the second could start, as well as Trayvon Murray at free safety. Daniel Carlson is your kicker, your punter is AJ Cole, DeAndre Carter is your returner, and Jacob Bobbin-Moyer is your long snapper. For the Chiefs, I think it's pretty simple, guys. Put up 10 plus points in the second half, and you guys should win this. I think your defense is good enough for that. Defensively, force Aiden O'Connell to use his legs to find Devontae or an outlet. Again, basically, you got to make him work for those checkdowns. Make Hunter Renfrow create at least 2 yards of separation at the top of his route. That's for basically the Jerry Sneak, because he'll probably be on him for most of this game. If he ain't going to do that, get right on him. And keep Josh Jacobs under wraps. Again, that really just makes sure he doesn't get any big runs. You looked at last week, I think he had like 1 or 2, and that kind of killed him. But so got the Chiefs, time for the Raiders. And for Vegas, 4 plus big plays, 20 plus yards in the offense. They were definitely lacking that last week overall. Again, if they can get a couple of those, that would be big. Colin Miller penetrating and sustaining the edge on outside design runs of any sorts. Again, I don't care what the heck they do with their outside zone game, as long as it's behind Colin Miller. I think they're pretty good there. Run a zone scheme up front to target Chris Jones in double teams. Again, they can just basically adjust to how that pass rush tries to manipulate them. But if they're able to use, again, those double teams through Chris Jones in kind of a finesse fashion, they should be good. And no quick hitters to the boundary against Trent McDuffie. He will probably bring it back to the end zone, especially with Aiden O'Connell not having the best arm. Defensively, keep the Chiefs under 45% on third down. Again, they start killing you there, they're going to probably score 10 plus points in the second half, and you're not going to win that way. Another second half shutout would be nice, and again, kind of contrary to what I just said. And Max Crosby getting 10 plus pressures and tossing Mahomes on a big play. If that's the last play of the game, he gets unsportsmanlike contact or something. Just make sure it's not like illegal, so like no roughing the passer, bro. But yeah, toss him. 10 plus pressures too. Big game for Max Crosby. That's all I got for the Raiders. Time for the doubleheader game on CBS. Oh boy, the Bills would be back if they won this game. Yeah, that's what I got. And CBS's national game for the first time since, what was it? I don't know, freaking... Oh, no, man, they had one last week. The Bills are on CBS's national window for the second straight week. And this week, they go to Philly against the 9-1 Eagles squad after a massive win against the team that they lost to in the Super Bowl last year in the Kansas City Chiefs. But again, they do return home, and they look to get a win here. First home game since week 9. They are, of course, 9-1, winning 4 straight games. Against the Bills squad, they are 6-5 off the really just a recovery game against the Jets. But this is a game that'll gauge how good they are. If they get blown out and they don't show up, they'll probably, again, go back to what they were doing before. But if they win this, oh boy, if you're a Dolphins fan, you do not want to wait for that week 18 game. That would be rough. But either way, not week 18 game. Again, the next time you play the Bills, I'd be pissing my pants. This game is at 4:25 again on CBS and NFL Plus and Paramount Plus, because again, it is their national game. Of course, the NFL today update, or whatever you want to call it, is at 4 o'clock. So again, if you're not going to watch the early games, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. It's a doubleheader, but if you don't, you can just tune into that. They'll probably preview again a little bit of what's going on with this one in terms of status and stuff. But either way, Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wilson are on the call with Cubs media being Chris Carriano and Brian Boldinger. The map is in red, so you've got all the East Coast getting this game and then shivering into this area. Again, if you live, I feel bad for you. You can't watch this game or any sort of it if you lived in, what is it called? Arizona. Looking at it, though, it is going to be 41 degrees. It's going to be sunny, and there's not going to be much wind. Pretty dang good weather. I mean, it's going to be a little cold. But, again, both these teams play in the cold, so they should be pretty good for this thing. Wait, I forgot to mention, the last time these two teams played was actually in Buffalo, and the Eagles, they took it to the Bills. They won 31-13. Again, that was when the Eagles weren't, even that good. So, I mean, that was kind of a big win. Again, they got coming off a loss against blown out loss to the Cowboys. So, I mean, the Bills are probably angry coming this one. Maybe they flipped the script. For the Bills, Josh Allen, quarterback. Kyle Allen's his backup. James Cook, Latavius Murray in the backfield, as well as Ty Johnson. I think he had a touchdown last week. Damian Harris, Justin Shorter, Dawson Knox, Zach Davidson, all skill positions on IR, as well as Tommy Doyle, the left tackle on IR. DeQuan Jones, Matt Milano, Kerry Elam, all defenders are on all three levels are all on IR, as well as Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davidson, Khalil Shakir, receiver. Dalton Kincaid, Quentin Morris, tight end, Reggie Gilliam is their fullback. Deion Dawkins, David Edwards, Mike Mitchell, Cyrus Torrance, and Spencer Brown across the offensive line with Greg Rousseau, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, and A.J. Epinez off the edge. Ed Oliver, Tim Settle, the defensive tackles with Tyrell Dodson, Terrell Bernard, and Dorian Williams, the linebacker, Teron Johnson, Russell Douglas, and with Christian Benford at corner. Taylor Rapp and Dane Jackson, the DBs, are both out with Micah Hyde and Jordan Player, of course, the two vets. Stalwarts at safety are both healthy, as well as Tyler Bass doing their kicking, their punting is done by Sam Martin. Tyler Johnson, Deontay Hardy, returner, and Reed Ferguson is the long snapper. And for Philly, Jalen Hurts at quarterback. Marcus Mariota is his backup. DeAndre Swift, Kenneth Gainwell, and Boston Scott in the backfield. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Julio Jones, a receiver. Quez Watkins is questionable. Dallas Goedert's out. Jack Stoll behind him. Grant Calcaterra is also out. Ryder Johnson, Sean Bradley, N'Kobe Dean, Amante Maddox, and Justin Evans, all basically defenders, except Ryder Johnson are on IR, as well as Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Jason Kelsey, Cam Jurgens, and Lane Johnson across the offensive line. Brandon Graham, Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick off the edge, as well as Nolan Smith also being there. Millen Williams is also out. Zach, the backup defensive tackle, as well as Zach Cunningham, Nicholas Marone, a linebacker with James Bradbury, Josh Joe, Bradley Roby, and Darius Slay at corner. Reed Blankenship, Kevin Byard are your safeties. Sidney Brown's also there. Jake Elliott is your kicker. Your punters, Braden Mann. Your returners are Braden Covey and Boston Scott. And Rick Lovato is your long snapper again, with Quez Watkins being questionable. For the Bills offense, Josh having a similar game plan to last weekend, hitting the running backs a lot and the tight ends, just not the receivers as much. Because again, that's when he starts to throw turnovers. Literally throws turnovers. Stephon Diggs is gonna have to make a big play late and also blow by Darius Slay on a couple of reps to build up a respect that can get him open when he's doubled. This basically means that, again, Darius Slay, he's got to beat him a couple of times deep. So if Darius is like, yeah, I can't just do what the hell I want, because he will burn me if I do. And obviously, Stephon Diggs, he's gonna have to make a big play late. It's just gonna have to happen because he's their guy. That's how you beat good teams. Defensively, force Jalen to roll and throw Adzie's clock with some juice off the edge again. These guys got to be like rambunctious today. I mean, if they're not, they're gonna have some trouble. Jordan Poyer, 7+ tackles and a couple of tackles for losses as well. Being involved in all facets of the game are big for him. And make sure that there aren't any man-on-man situations on third to prevent any inevitabilities, which basically means that they're going to give a touchdown if they have some of their corners in man, because none of those guys can cover. Time for the Bills. That's all I got for the Bills. My bad. Now I'll talk about the Eagles. And for Philly, 30+ points. They scored 30. I think they'll have a pretty good shot at winning this because, again, the Bills will turn over their football all the way to 30 points. And create space for DeAndre Swift to bounce off the guards on second and short so that play-action shots will be there in some good spots. Yeah, basically, DeAndre Swift getting some good runs, but basically, again, so that they can basically run the same concept, but with a play-action bomb off of it. And obviously, Devontae Smith with a monster day would go a long way for them. Again, to the end zone, too. Defensively, fight up front from tackle to tackle. I do not want to see one guy just getting absolutely mauled, because the Bills will try to do that. That's what they do. They try to exploit guys who are not as physical up front. Hassan Reddick doing a better job at holding the edge and not committing inside or outside the blocker, again, because the running backs are on the other side. Pretty simple, bro. And less than 3 missed tackles as a team, which is not going to be easy, but again, if they can hold them to that, it'll be really hard for the Bills to manufacture offense otherwise. That's all I got for the Eagles, guys. Now let's get to Sunday Night Football. Yeah, the sirens blaring, guys, on Sunday night. It's a huge game for both these teams, and obviously, again, trap game galore. And your Sunday nighter in Week 12 to wrap up Thanksgiving weekend. Well, kind of, not really, but yeah. We've got a matchup in the AFC between two teams that are really looking to buy a win. Of course, the Ravens looking to get to 9-3 before their bye and stay atop the AFC. Even though, again, they'll probably be out of that by the time of the next week. Because, I don't know, maybe the Browns are really good. You never know. But again, huge game for them. But this is also a trap game because the Chargers, if you didn't know, they've lost 2 games and they've won 2 games. That's been their mantra the whole season. So they've lost their last 2 games. So that probably means they're going to pull off some type of upset in this one, which means the Ravens are going to have to be ready for that. They're going to play a really good run center game if they want to win this one. But again, it is as always on 8:20 on NBC Universal, NBC Sports app, NFL Plus, and obviously Peacock being the main one because again that's where you watch all the crap on it. But so what I got there, obviously, as always, Football in America starts at 7 o'clock. Yeah, just stay in tune for that. Again, looking at the announcers for this game, as always, will be Mike Tirico. Actually, Jason Garrett will start because again, Chris Collinsworth did call that Thanksgiving night game. So because Garrett will be in the booth. Ryan Radishik and Kurt Warner will be in the call as well. Yeah, it's what it's called. NBC usually does some funky stuff for Thanksgiving, but that's what I got there. Obviously, these 2 teams last played in 2021. The Ravens smacked them at home 34-6. I doubt there would be a similar game, but then again, I mean, the Ravens played on Sunday night in Week 12 back in 2021 as well, and Lamar threw 4 picks. So I think we'll look to get a little play a little better than he did then. Now let's start getting the Ravens starting lineup. And for Baltimore, Lamar at quarterback, Gus Edwards, Keaton Mitchell, and Justice Hill in the backfield. He'll probably be phased out, though, because, again, they already have 2 guys. J.K. Dobbins, Mark Andrews, Malik Cam, Damarian Williams, David Ojabo, all on IR with Zay Flowers being questionable, and Odell Beckham Jr. You will see a lot of Devin Duvernay and Nelson Aguilar again if they can't go. Rashad Bateman's the healthy receiver, which is a rarity for him. Isaiah likely is, again, the guy at tight end for most of the rest of the year. Charlie Kohler is questionable as well as the backup. Patrick Reichard is their fullback. Ronnie Stanley's questionable, so Patrick McCarry again will get some snaps there as well as John Simpson. Tyler Linderbaum, Kevin Zeitler, and Morgan Moses. Justin Matabuke, Michael Pierce, and Broderick Washington are the defensive line with Odafe Owe, Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen, Jadeveon Clowney, Kyle Van Noy, and Tavius Robinson, a linebacker and off the edge, as well as Malik Harrison and Trent Simpson basically not going to be able to play, as well as Tyus Bowser and probably Trayvon Mullen, both being on the PUP list. Brandon Stevens, Arthur Mallage, Ronald Darby, the healthy corners, of course, with Marlon Humphrey being questionable. Marcus Williams, Kyle Hamilton are the safeties, as well as Geno Stone getting some snaps as that 6th or 5th, honestly. He'll probably be their slot in this one. Justin Tucker is their kicker. Their punters, Jordan Stout, Devin Duvernay is the returner, Tyler Otts the returner, with Nick Moore being out. And for the Chargers, Justin Herbert, quarterback. Easton Stick is backup. Austin Eckler, Joshua Kelly in the backfield. Isaiah Spiller is also there. Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston, Jalen Guyton is questionable. Darius Davis behind him. Mike Williams, Joshua Palmer, the other receivers, with Andrew Traynor, the right tackle, being on IR, as well as the linebackers, Joey Bosa, Tanner Muse, Chris Rump, and this dude who's actually a corner, and Raheem Lane, who's the free safety. Gerald Everett is questionable at tight end, so Donald Parham Jr. could start, as well as Stone Smart, of course, at the 51-yard touchdown last week. Rashawn Slater, Zion Johnson, Will Clapp, Jamari Sallier, Trey Pipkins the third across the offensive line, with Corey Linsley being out. Nick Williams, Sebastian Joseph Day, Austin Johnson are the defensive lineman, with Tuli Tupelotu and Khalil Mack off the edge. Justin Hollins is also there, and Kenneth Murray Jr. and Eric Kendricks are the linebackers. There Michael Davis, Asante Samuel Jr. and Jusuri Taylor at corner. JT Woods is out. Derwin James Jr. and Alali Gilman are the safeties. Your kicker is Cameron Dicker. Your punter is J.K. Scott. Darius Davis is your returner, and Josh Harris is your long snapper. And for the Ravens offense, no Lamar, tragic injuries. That's the biggest thing. If he gets hurt, your season's over. 45 plus minutes of possession is ball. Again, hold the ball as long as you can. And make Tuli Tupelotu second guess the angle he takes to get on Morgan Moses, because Morgan Moses will just absolutely rock him if he does. Defensively, under 20 points allowed through 3 quarters. Going to be very conservative with that. Give Justin a sort of timing throw to Quentin Johnson, because he won't make the catch. And quadruple Keenan Allen with Patrick Queen and Donald Parham. Do not let Keenan Allen open on 3rd and long. Oh, that's a long touchdown. And Patrick Queen on Donald Parham on 3rd and long, because again, don't let him kill you either. Time for the Chargers. And wrapping up this Week 12 NFL Sunday preview, let's look at the Chargers. Justin's got to go for over 450 yards, so to simply say that this team doesn't blow it, if he throws for 450 yards, I really have a hard time thinking that the Chargers are going to blow it and win by 1 score as well. Please, just don't blow it. Eventually, under 200 net passing yards allowed against the Ravens. You do not want to get beat there. Again, if they run the ball on you, they run the ball on you. That's about it. Ja'Shawn Taylor under 40 yak yards against. Again, he's actually doing a decent job in actual coverage, but he gets beat a lot off the catch though. Michael Davis jamming and staying under a yard of separation per route and man. Again, he's one of the best man corners in the league. Just do that, bro. And that is all I got for the Chargers, and that is all I got for the NFL Week 12 Sunday preview. Hope you guys enjoy it, and hope you guys enjoy Sunday's games. And yeah, I'll see you for the recap tomorrow. And here, again, for this big game right here, here's what happened in last time they played, and also was Miles Sanders' first ever rushing touchdown.
From their own 35, Sanders bursting through, the rookie from Penn State. All the way in, touchdown Eagles. "65-yard run, his first rushing touchdown in